Boom! Punch! What's happening, guys? It's me, Jake, and I am coming at you today with a project that you should absolutely not try. The project goes as planned. We're essentially gonna be lighting my hand on fire. Yeah, it's come to that. You know, like around where I am, it's winter, it's cold, you know, gotta stay warm somehow. Plus, I don't know if any of you guys know this, but I'm actually training for one of those YouTube boxing matches myself. And I think being able to punch with fire will really put me over the top. Now, it's legal, trust me. Yes, it is. So what I'm thinking is taking this glove and making some strips along the fingers and the bottom parts that we will soak with fuel and ignite. So I actually think what I'm going to do is borrow a piece from a previous project I made, and that was the forgot I didn't glue those on yet. The Thanos glove. Wasn't all that interested in it, to be honest, but I think it'll work perfectly for this. Pretty much it's just a heat-resistant glove with some metal plating across over the top. But I'm gonna add just a little bit more metal to the fingers and some metal to the knuckles, and then a little bit of cotton to hold whatever fluid we're gonna ignite. And yeah, I think it'll work out pretty good. Thinking about using an arc lighter, so I just click a button on my wrist or something, it all goes up in flames. And then after we've punched everyone, Jlaservideo does not condone violence in any way. They're all finished, you've taken out 10 bad guys, you're celebrating, but you realize, oh wait, my hand's still on fire. Then what do? Glad you asked. So I thought, how do we extinguish fires? Well, a fire extinguisher. So I'm told. Although, like, I don't mess with fire extinguishers, like, those things are like kryptonite to me. Fire maker is more of my speed, you know? Plus, why would you want to extinguish my mixtape? Like, no, but if you must extinguish fire, just look at the fire triangle. I'm definitely gonna forget to put a fire triangle in there. Jake, you better edit this in, all right? Do it. Fire triangle. Okay, good. We have to extinguish either the fuel source, the heat, or the oxygen. So CO2 fire extinguishers do this by removing this oxygen. They pump in CO2 gas, fire can't burn anymore, fire goes out. And CO2 fire extinguishers are just pretty much large CO2 containers, and we need it smaller. So I think I'm going to use some 12-gram CO2 cartridges, which conveniently fit right in this bike pump. So I think if we mount this somewhere on the back of my wrist, obviously in a better way than that, this should be able to shoot CO2 up over the back of my hand, and it should put it out, and we'll be good. That's the theory anyway. Let's see if we can make this happen. So I think we've got all the components of the glove wired up. I still need to do some finishing touches and cosmetics and whatever, and add the CO2 system. But let's just go ahead and try and test out this fire real quick. I'm gonna use some heat isopropyl. We just wanna soak these cloth pads I built into the glove right here. And then we wired up the arc lighter to just spark right across this base right here. Hopefully this one will catch. And then if my hand's upright, this will catch these all on fire as well. And we wired up the trigger switch to my finger right here. So I just click my two first fingers together. It sparks up. Just like that. And yeah, if everything goes right, my hand will be on fire. Never thought I'd say that sentence. Probably get the CO2 thing ready. You know, I'm actually gonna do this with a syringe because otherwise it's just gonna soak the entire glove. All right, in 3, 2, 1. It works. Fire fist. And suppression system works. Nice. Turn. All right, now let's make the part that puts out the fire. Air tube hooked up, CO2 hooked up to that, so let's see if this suppression system works before I mount it completely. Light it up. It's burning. Press the nozzle. And it goes out. Just like that, guys, we finished up the fire glove. Check it out. The main components are the cloth on the knuckles and the cloth on the fingers that we will soak with a flammable liquid, and then the ignition source is mounted in the front right here. The arc lighter that arcs right across the bottom part right here, with the trigger switch being right on the fingertip, kind of like that. And then to put the fire out, we have a CO2 bike pump mounted to the side of my arm with a tube that runs up out right under here, so it just floods this whole back part of the glove with CO2, putting out the fire. So let's go test this out and see how well it works. And then I want to do a little test to see if we can make this have green fire. All right, we're gonna drop some fuel, light her up in 3, 2, 1. Smoky in here. Alright guys, well that about wraps up this video. Color changing fire glove. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see me make next. Classic Jlaservideo fire project for ya. Also, if you haven't, definitely go check out my previous video, Fire Breathing Charizard. Put a lot of work into it and I think it came out really well. So I'll leave that in the description. Follow me on Instagram, grab a shirt, Jlaservideo.com. So yeah, take it easy guys, and we'll catch you in the next video. Flame on! I like to make that very anticlimactic. 1 second. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.